Welcome to channel AMEC, your insight to the Australian visa system. Good day everyone, my name is Carl Young, your online YouTube visa consultant. Are you interested in migrating to Australia? Why don't you consider to subscribe to my channel and turn on the bell on the side, so once we all the updates and news, you'll be the first one getting all the insight. Now, there has been a chaotic fight between the parties in Australia Parliament. So what happened yesterday was the opposition leader has been well, not yesterday. I think the whole week they have decided the opposition, that's the Liberal National Party, where they are looking. Well, they still said that the leader Peter Dutton is still saying that they wanted to ever restrict further down on the migration quota, the net migration so-called, just to control the so-called housing crisis or whatever they wanted to do. So that's their pitch. However, the day before and yesterday, they had suddenly came out to oppose the international student cap legislation, which supposedly to actually help the government, to help the nation, to help Australia to ever restrict and also put the net migration further downwards. Now, the question is, well, why would they do that? I mean, I thought, or everybody thought, the LNP was the party that looking to oppose further in regards to migrant flow into Australia. So why would they actually do this? So I've actually read through the I read through the media, but this actually came out yesterday. You may want to have a search on this, and there is no explanation from the opposition. And why would Dutton actually oppose on the international student cap? Didn't Dutton say that the international student is also the cause to the housing crisis? Didn't Dutton propose a further restriction on the number of permanent intake on migrant as well? And why would they suddenly oppose the Labour Party in regards to the international student cap? I mean, the international education sector was pretty happy about this. However, for political point of view, if they wanted to go that way and suddenly go in the other direction, that just doesn't make any sense. So the Labour Party yesterday came out and shouting at the Liberal National Party, saying that why would you do this? I mean, you are now the one ripping off the Australians. So just amazing watching how the politics play out. But I think the major reason that I could provide a reason to this matter is that somehow the opposition party is seeing there is economic shakeups, especially when the Donald Trump has now is the president-elect for the United States of America. There will be a major economic shakeup and perhaps a further downturn, and that is what I have thought yesterday when I see this, especially what we've seen, the economic crash. Has been hard crash. It's the very, very hard crash that's been happening in China, and China and Australia's trades has been one of the largest, and now Donald Trump is the president-elect. Obviously, everybody around the world knows there's going to be further tariff on China, so the economy in China will further go downwards, and obviously that will certainly 110% effect to the Australian economy, and that is probably why the opposition leader and opposition party is now calling a stop on international student cap, because if they do that, and we know the international education sector is the fourth largest export industry in Australia. If the mining sector, because the first one, second one, and third one are all mineral, that directly connected straight with the Chinese trades. Now, if the top 3 export doesn't go well, if the 4th one doesn't go well as well, then obviously Australia economy is heading for a hard crash as well. And we can evidence this from today's media release, a statement from the treasurer. That's the well, not today, yesterday. More obviously, the treasurer of Australia has came out, Dr. Jim Chalmers. Well, the key word here, there's also a media report on this. The keyword here is soft landing. Okay, so it's not a hard crash. So if we search on soft landing, here we go, remain a soft and subdue. Obviously, he's the current treasurer. He's not gonna say something. Here we go. This is a soft landing. We have been planning for and preparing for. I mean, if we're talking about soft landing, right? If we're talking about soft landing, that means the economy is no good. Otherwise, why would you be lending, right? If the economy is good, you will be flying, okay? So if the treasurer has came out, and basically the statement here confirms the economy is not good, is not right. Now, I wanted to say this. First of all, this obviously directly reflects from what had been happened on the day before or yesterday. Well, also the fights at the parliament, but that confirms the economy of Australia is not good, because even the opposition is calling for a hard crash, calling this as a hard crash, but the current Labor government's treasurer is calling it a soft landing. But either way, that means it's no good. The economy is no good. Now, the good part about this is that if we're looking into the historical trend of migration, if the economy of Australia is not really going well, there are always the other side to actually boost the economy, is twisting on the immigration statistics. So what had happened back in, I still recall back in the subprime crisis, back in 2008 or around those years, and that was when the Labor was, I think Kevin Rudd was the Prime Minister back then. So they started to boost up the immigration and utilizing policies to improve and increase the number of skilled migrants. That way, that boost up the international education sector and also boost up the economy. So that's the good side about it. But it doesn't come straight away, because we have just gone through a pandemic, and the economy of Australia is still suffering on the aftermath of the pandemic. So that's why there has been a soft landing. Plus, there's another thing, that during the subprime, the economy in China was rising. So it's a different factor. Now, if we have just been through a pandemic and the economy of China is dropping, and also the other side of the economy like Japan, that's probably why the Australian government has eagerly talking trades with India. But would India be as strong as what Japan and China have been through for the past 2 or 3 decades? That's questionable. So I believe that's what the government of Australia, both sides, the current and the opposition, have been looking into the problem of the futuristic economy of Australia. That's why I believe there has been a sudden call on stop on international student cap. Anyhow, should you have more question query, more than welcome to leave a comment right down below, and I'll see you next video. Goodbye.